Lastly, let's talk about surfaces. Now, your substrate, or the surface that's going to receive your art, is very, very important when it comes to alcohol inks. Now, alcohol inks are highly pigmented and highly staining mediums. So you want to make sure that you're using a non-porous surface. So unless your canvas has been treated, then it's what happens is the alcohol ink will go in and it will mix in with the fibers of the canvas, or mix into the fibers of your paper or whatnot. And if it's not a non-porous paper or a non-porous sealed canvas, then what you're going to have, or if it's wood that you're putting it on, then it's going to seep in and you're not going to get it out. It's going to stain. It's not going to go where you want it to go. So you have to use a non-porous surface. Now I use lots, there's so many different options when it comes to non-porous surfaces. I use papers, I use tiles, ceramic tiles, mugs, bowls, and lots of different things. If it's non-porous, like even a piece of glass will work. And yeah, so when it comes to starting though, I highly recommend getting yourself a large square or round, but a large enough tile, like a ceramic tile that you can just practice on. Because it's non-porous, you'll be able to just pour rubbing alcohol on it and then just clear it off, and you can start fresh again. And this could just be a way that you can continue to practice without going through tons of different paper. Now the paper that I use is there's generally two gold standards when it comes to paper. There's Yupo paper, and then there's Nara paper. So this just kind of gives you an example of what those look like. So this is Nara paper. I love it. It comes in different shapes and sizes. And this is Yupo paper here. A lot of people use Yupo paper. I find that it stains a little bit, and there's not as much of a working time that Nara can give you. So my highest recommendation is going to be Nara. Nara is like, it's all synthetic papers, all of them are, Yupo included, but I've just find the Nara is just sealed even better. And it yeah, I find that if I've made a mistake, then I can wipe it off, and it gives me a longer working time. Whereas in Yupo paper, it is synthetic and it is non-porous to a certain degree, but I still find that if you've left your stain on, then it will not, when you wipe it away, there still is a little bit of a stain left behind, and I don't like that. I love white space so much in my art that yeah, if I don't want alcohol ink to be somewhere, then I want to make sure that I can remove it. And Nara paper, I mean, it will eventually stain. Everything really does over time, but it does give you a longer working time to make all your corrections. So again, Nara paper is really good. I also use things like, I paint on mugs, and I do have a separate course just on painting mugs. Painting mugs is a bit of a it's a difficult surface because it's round to work on, and you're always fighting with gravity whenever you use any sort of flow mediums. And alcohol ink, again, it's very, not watery, but alcohol-y, but watery in kind of nature, and it's going to, gravity is always going to pull it down. So when you're working with a round surface, yeah, in that course I teach you step by step exactly how I do my mugs. You could also use like bowls and plates, and sky's the limit. As long as it's non-porous, then it is a go. And the next thing I'm going to teach you is all about the tools. So hop over to the next lesson and I'll see you there.